Good morning, student. Myself, Fatima Zuhara. I am your science teacher. We'll start our science class. We already know that in science there are three disciplines. What are those? Yes, chemistry, physics and biology. We already studied in our lower classes what is the difference between these three subjects. Yes, just recall what is that in your mind. Yes, next tell me student, what is biology, because I am doing biology class today to you. So just tell me student, what is biology? What is the definition of biology? Yes, we know that biology means nothing but it is a study of life. So all the living organisms we are going to study in the biology. Yes, what about the living organism? What it means? Living means it has life. So all the living organisms collectively we are going to study in the biology. In biology further divisions are there that you are going to study in your higher classes. Yes, yeah. Now student, you have seen many type of living beings around you. Yes, around us. Many living beings are there. If you are going to see from the small insect, from tiny insect to a bulky trees, a big elephant, or we are the human beings, we all are the what? Living beings. But if these living beings are to survive, many life activities should take place in them. Yes, to survive, it is taking place many life activity. Can you tell me any life activity? What are the different life activity takes place in a living organisms? Yes, yeah, that is what? Nutrition, respiration, transportation and excretion. Many are there. Response to the stimuli, reproduction, all those things are the life activity. Because of that we can say that organism is living or alive. Yes, just think of students, when you are sleeping, whether life activities are processing or occurring in your body? Yes, otherwise it may be dead organism. So whenever if it is sleepy mode or if you are in lively mode, all the life activities are occurring or else processing in our body. Yes, next, what if it is a life activity means what are the life activity already we have listed. Okay, whether the plants, what about the plants? In plants the life activities are occurring or processing? Yes, it is also. Do you know what are the different life activity? Whether nutrition is there in plants? Yes, it is also, because it is synthesizing its food, that is a nutrition. So we can't say only these life process in plants or else in animals. In all the organism, if it is a small amoeba, if it is a small algae, any fungus, any bacteria, if it is any living organism, we can see this life activity. These life activities are called as life processes. So in today's class we are going to study about these life processes in detail. Okay, write down the heading, life processes. Yes, this is a life processes. Yes, so you come to know now what is life process. All the activity what is there in our body, collectively we are calling it as a life processes. These life processes are keeping them alive. These life processes are keeping us alive. Okay, we are alive because these life processes are occurring or else processing in our body. Okay, just list out student, different types of life processes occurs in what? Living organisms or else in living body. Yes, but in this chapter we are going to study only 4 different life processes, that is nutrition, respiration, transportation and excretion. Only these 4 we are going to study in this chapter. Come to know, already we have studied in our previous classes like 8th and all, we have studied little bit. Once again we are going to extend that only. Okay, next my question is here, we know that all organisms require food. All organisms require food for their growth, for the maintenance of their body. Yes, for the life process, to occur the life process, they have to need the food. Yes, all the organisms require food. Why is food essential? Tell me now, why is food essential? We know that food is very, very essential. Can you think without food? How many days we can? Yeah, how many days we can adjust without food? It is very difficult. Yes, now tell me, why is food is very, very necessary to us and to other organisms? Why it is? Yes, think of and write down in your point book. One more question, where do organisms get food from? Where do organisms get food from? From where I am getting food? From where you are getting food? Tell me student, from where we are getting food? From the kitchen. Who is preparing food in your kitchen? Your mother. She used to prepare the food in kitchen. Yes. Next, think of students, from where the amoebas are getting food. From where it is getting? From its environment. If it is there in the water, it is getting from the water. Now tell me, from where the elephant is getting food? Yes, from where it is? Yeah, if it is in the forest jungle, from there it can get. But from where the plants are getting food? Who is giving food to a plant? For you, your mother is giving food. What about the plants? From where it is getting food? Yes, can you tell me from where it is getting food? Yeah, who is preparing food? Yeah, plant only preparing food. So, the process by which organisms obtain and utilize food is called as nutrition. What is that? That is nutrition. Nutrition means nothing but the process by which an organisms obtain and utilize food is called as nutrition. Come to know, no? Nutrition means what? So nutrition is very, very important in living organisms. For the growth, for the maintenance of his body, for all, it is very, very important point, that is a nutrition. Just think of, without nutrition, what will happen? Malnutrition then it will be. After some time, that organism will die because of, if it is not getting sufficient amount of nutrition, it may die. It leads to the death. Come to know now. So amoeba, if it is plants, if it is algae, if it is a fungus, all the organisms need nutrition. Okay, nutrition process is very, very important. This nutrition is nothing but a life process. Come to know, this nutrition is nothing but a life process. Next, we come to know that what is nutrition, and we discussed about the plants. Once again, we'll recall what we have said about plant. Plants are preparing its own food. Yes, plants are preparing its own food, but we are not preparing our own food. We are depending other organism for our food. Yes, plants are preparing its own food. That process is called as what? Just recall what we have studied in our lower classes. Is that process is called as photosynthesis. Yes, photosynthesis. Okay, because of the photosynthesis, plants can able to prepare its own food. Because of that, plants are called as autotrophs. Write down that, autotrophs. The mode of nutrition present in the plant is called as autotrophic nutrition. The plant is called as autotrophic. Yes, what is autotrophic now, or else what is autotrophs? From where it come? Autotrophs means what? Yes, auto means self. Auto, we can split it into two words, auto plus and trophs. See here, auto means what? That is self. And trophos, see, trophos means that is your nourishment. So self nourishment. So plants are preparing their own food. Because of that, plants are called as autotrophs, because plants are self nourishing. So it is going to prepare its own food. Can you give any other examples for these autotrophs? Any examples? Whether algae. If it is a single celled algae, that is a chlamydia monads, it can prepare. Upon that, if it is any other Spirogyra, Olothics, all those things, it can prepare its own food. So it is called as autotrophs. The nutrition is called as autotrophic nutritions. Come to know? Yes. Next, tell me, what about the human beings, or else what about the animals? Animals are not going to prepare its own food, so it is called as heterotrophs. Come to know? Heterotrophs. Or else that nutrition is called as heterotrophic nutrition. Now split it these two words as a two form, that is a hetero plus trophos. Yes, hetero means what? Hetero, others. Hetero means others and trophos means nourishment. So the animals or as the organisms, the heterotrophic organisms always depends other organisms for their nourishment. Come to know? That's why they are called as heterotrophic organisms or else heterotrophs. That nutrition is called as heterotrophic nutrition. Okay, there are two different points. See, these are the major two classification of what? Nutrition, that is autotrophic and heterotrophic. First one is autotrophic, second one is heterotrophic. These are the two types. Come to know how it came, two different terms. Yes? Yes. Next, we'll see first this autotrophic. After that, we'll move to this heterotrophic. Before that, we'll complete this autotrophic. Yes, we already come to know that autotrophic means it is preparing its own food. Let us now see what actually happens during the process of photosynthesis. Yes, we'll see what happens during the process of photosynthesis. Do you know what is photosynthesis? The term photosynthesis. Photosynthesis. What it means, photosynthesis? Here photo plus synthesis. What is mean by photo? Photo means photon, that is nothing but a light. Photon means a light it is. And synthesis means to combine. So what happens here? Light is going to combine other material. That is called as photosynthesis. Light is going to combine other material. That is that reaction, that process is called as photosynthesis. So if you are going to explain the photosynthesis, it is like a same as chemical reaction what we have studied in our previous classes. Other chemical reactions we have studied in chemistry. Like that only, the photosynthesis also a chemical reaction. In chemical reaction, there should be a reactant, there should be a product. Same as that photosynthetic reaction is also having the reactant and it is also having the different product also. So it is a chemical reaction. Come to know? Yes. Next, what are the raw materials required for the photosynthesis? Do you know? Already we have studied in our lower classes, what are the different raw materials required for the photosynthesis? Can you tell me what are the different raw materials? Yes, what are those? Yes, we know carbon dioxide, we have studied in our lower class, that is a carbon dioxide. Upon that it need water, upon that it need sunlight. All those things are the raw materials for the photosynthesis. Now where it is takes place? In which part of the plant it is takes place? Because of photosynthesis, we are saying entire plant as a autotrophs. So we have to know in which part of the plant it is takes place. Where it is takes place? Yes, we know that in like our kitchen, there is a kitchen in the plant. That kitchen, which is the kitchen of the plant, that is called as chloroplast. Where we can see this chloroplast? Whether it is there in leaf? Yes. So the chloroplast are the kitchen of the plants. In the chloroplast, these chemical reaction, that is a photosynthesis occurring. Come to know? Yes. So we'll see what it is. If we come to know it is a photosynthesis is a chemical reaction, then we have to write the chemical equation to that one. Yes, if it is a chemical reaction, we have to get the chemical equation, balanced chemical equation we have to get. Yes, we'll see what are the different steps occurring during the photosynthesis with its chemical reaction. Just observe student here, the following events occur during the photosynthesis. We'll see one by one. First, what happens? It absorption of light energy by chlorophyll. Yes, the absorption of light energy by chlorophyll. Where it is absorbing? In which part of the plant it is going to absorb the light? That is the leaf part. Leaf is having number of chloroplast. In chloroplast, we know that there is a pigment called chlorophyll. Yes, the absorption of light energy by chlorophyll. Yes, come to know no? Yes. Next, one more thing, the conversion of light energy to chemical energy. See here, what happened? Absorption of light takes place first. Next, what it is doing? It is changing its energy form as a chemical energy. Initially it was light energy, later it is going to convert inside the plant body is going to convert it as a chemical energy and splitting of water molecules into hydrogen and oxygen. So what happened? Because of these chemical reactions, this is a chemical reaction, because of the chemical reaction, here the water molecule, we come to know that water is very necessary. That water molecule is going to split into hydrogen and oxygen inside the plant body, that is in the chloroplast. Yes. Next, after that, third step, reduction of carbon dioxide to carbohydrate. What it means? Reduction. Initially it was only CO2. Reduction means addition of hydrogen here. Adding more and more hydrogen to that carbon compound and it is forming carbohydrate at the end. Come to know, these are the three main steps taking place inside the, where? Inside the chloroplast, that is the kitchen of the cell. Come to know? So what happened? Next we'll see the balanced chemical equation. Same thing, just we have written as a form of equation here. Look at here, initially carbon dioxide and water. What happens? In the presence of the sunlight occurs inside the chlorophyll. It is present in the, it is occurring in the chloroplast and we are getting glucose as a product and oxygen plus water as a byproduct. Come to know, in order to balance, just we have balanced 6 carbon dioxide, 12 water molecules and 1 single glucose. We are getting here 6 O2 and 6 H2O. This is a what a balanced chemical equation. Always we have to write chemical equation in the balanced form. Not only in chemistry, whenever we are writing in the biology or any other part, we have to write it in the balanced form. Come to know, no? This is all about the photosynthesis, and only in the 3 steps it is going to finish off. Come to know, no, student? Yes. Next, these steps need not take place one after the other immediately. For example, if you are going to see the desert plants, what will happen in the desert plants? Whether it can get water continuously? No. So, the desert plants take up carbon dioxide at night and prepare an intermediate which is acted upon by the energy absorbed by the chlorophyll during the day. Come to know, this is the exception in the desert plants. Yes, if you are going to see the cross section of the leaf, have you seen the cross section of leaf in your lower classes? Is in 8th or 9th standard? Yes. If you are going to see, or as if you are going to observe the cross section of leaves. Yes, just observe here, student. This is a cross section of a leaf. Here, what are the different things, or else cell organelles, or else organelles or little organs we can see in this one? Yes. Yeah, in cell containing a green dots. Have you seen? Yes, can you see now? See, these are the green dots in that one. That is called as chloroplast. Come to know? That is called as chloroplast. We know all the functions of chloroplast we know, but we didn't see the chloroplast. So just observe here, this is about the chloroplast, that is a green dotted structure. This diagram, it is there in your textbook also, just you can observe the diagram. Okay, and note where we can see this chloroplast. And what about the chlorophyll, where it is there? Yeah, inside the chloroplast we can see the pigment that is giving green color to that one, chlorophyll. Next one question, students, name the parenchyma with chlorophyll. Yeah, in 9th standard we have studied tissue chapter. In that we have discussed about that one. The parenchyma tissue with the chlorophyll is called as chlorenchyma. That we can see here. Okay? Yes. Next, after that, we can see the tiny pores present in the surface of the leaf. Small holes like structure. Small pores. That is called as stomata. That is called as stomata. Stomata. Do you know what is this stomata? What is this stomata? Yes, stomatas are the tiny, very small pores present in the surface, present on the surface of the leaf. Yes, we know the different functions of this stomata. It is important to note that the exchange of gases occur across the surface of the stem, root, leaves as well. Okay, now tell me, student, what is the functions of stomata? Already we have studied in our lower classes. Just list out, student, what are the different functions. It is very important part for the exchange of gases. Gaseous exchanges occurs in the stomata. Upon that, what about the water loss? That is also occurs in the presence of, or else in the stomata itself. Next, so we know the functions of stomata. So just you write down in your point book, that is the functions of stomata. Already we have discussed, write down in detail. Okay, next we will see the structure of stomata. Very important for the examination. So they will ask to draw the structure of stomata when it is in open and when it is in close. So first I will show you, student, how the stomata is. See, stomatas are always, see, it is, I will show in my hand, see, like this it is. When it is going to open the pore, so here just imagine that is a pore here. See, these my two hands are there, no? See, this is a guard cells. So when it is going to close, it is like this. When it is open, it is forming a pores here. When it is closed, like this. So that structure I have drawn here. See, this is a stomata. When it is, the pores are open. Come to know, here we can see the stomatal pore. It is opened. See here, open. We can see the space over there. Next, we can see here two guard cells, P-shaped, like kidney shape it is. That is a guard shape. Actually, these guard cells are going to control the opening and closing of stomata. These guard cells are whenever if the stomata or else the plant don't want any carbon dioxide, what will happen? The stomata is going to close it. The guard cells are responsible for that one. Guard cells are having the function to close and open the stomata. Here these are the two guard cells. In guard cell we can see the chloroplast. Come to know, these are the chloroplast. Upon that, these are two guard cells and here the stomatal pore it is. Just think of, student, how it will be then it is in closed form. Yes, closed form we can get completely closed structure. There is no any pores in that one. Come to know, this is about the closed structure of guard cell, or else pores are closed. Here the pores are opened. Through this pore, what is entering? Carbon dioxide or else water lost is occurring through this only. Come to know, this is about the stomata. In exam they will ask about the stomata. While studying the tissues chapter, we come to know that these all comes under in the epidermis, epidermal tissues. We can see these guard cells and stomata, the epidermis part of the epidermal part of the plants. Okay, this is all about the stomatal pore. Okay, in next class we are going to study about the heterotropic. So there only one point we have completed, that is the autotropic nutrition in plants. In algae also same thing it is going to occur. Okay, that is the photosynthesis process. Next we will glance or recall what we have studied in today's class. What we have studied? We come to know that what is life process. Why life process is very important to us. Just think of, if the life process is not there, means what will happen to that body? Yes. Yeah, after that we have listed different types, different life process. Only 4 we are going to study in this chapter. Yes. Next, nutrition means what? Nutrition, we are getting or obtaining food and utilizing that one. It is called as nutrition. There are 2 types of nutrition, that is autotropic nutrition and heterotropic nutrition. Those organisms are obeying autotropic nutritions are called as autotrophs and heterotropic nutritions are called heterotrophs. Yes, we are the examples for what? Yeah, we are heterotropic one. So plants and algae are example for autotropic one. Now my question is, what about the fungi? What about the bacteria? Whether it is autotropic or heterotropic? Search and write down. Next we have completed, we have studied about what the definition of auto. Auto means self and nourishment. Self nourishment, hetero means other nourishment. So going to depend others for that nourishment. If you are considering only heterotropic nutrition, autotropic nutrition, while you are studying that one, will come to know that is the photosynthesis, very important point. Photosynthesis is nothing but a chemical reaction. It has both the product and it has a reactant and a product, and in the presence of sunlight and in the presence of chlorophyll. It occurs in the chlorophyll. Okay, so in 3 steps we have studied, that is what? In first step it is going to absorb the energy. Next what happened? Energy is going to convert into chemical energy, and the water and carbon dioxide it is reduced and it is going to give as a product like glucose. That is the main. These glucose is energy for us, energy for the plants. So these energy are required to maintain our health and growth, maintenance, all those things. So from where we are getting these carbohydrates? We are getting carbohydrate from where? From the plant product. Come to know? Yes. After that we have studied about what is stomata. Stomata means what? What is the functions of stomata? All those things we have discussed. And finally we have studied about the guard cell. Guard cells are nothing but it is the controlling unit of this stomata. We can see two guard cell, that is closing and opening, we have studied. Yes, so write down the questions today. Just only today's we are taking first day class. Write down the questions, student. Yes, what are the different types of nutrition? Yes, second question. Why plants are called as autotrophic one? Yes, third question. What about amoeba? Whether amoebas are autotrophic or heterotrophic, give scientific reason or else justify your answer. What you are saying, amoeba is autotrophic or heterotrophic, justify your answer. One more question. What about the fungi? The fungus are autotrophic or heterotrophic, justify your answer. So you have to write this question and answer in your point book. Thank you.